In this video, we're going to show you everything you need to know about using the Rode Podmic with the Rode PSA1 Boom Arm. This is a really popular combination. Rode obviously designed both of these to work together. So we're going to walk through the setup. While I'm setting everything up together, I'm going to talk about the things I like, the things I don't like, and give you some tips and tricks for setting everything up as we go. First of all, if you are looking for pricing or specs for anything that you see in this video, we have links down in the description below where you can find everything that you see in this video from a variety of online retailers to make sure that you are getting the best price possible. Now, first of all, the elephant in the room is I hate the huge logos that come with the Rode PSA1 I think they got a little bit too aggressive, too crazy with it. I think they could have made them the same size if they were gloss black, like black on black would have been cool. Or if they just did a small logo across the bottom there, I think that would have been okay. All right, now that I got that off my chest, let's talk about the clamps that come with the Rode PSA1 First of all, there is this sandwich clamp. I think these are really well designed. You can use them for much more things than most people realize, I think. Right off the top, you can use it as a desk clamp off the side of your desk. There's nothing wrong with that. So if you're in a situation where you need two different clamps, maybe you're moving this from desk to desk all the time, you have your work desk and something else, a podcast studio or something like that, then maybe this would work for you to give you another clamp. But how this is actually designed is you can undo the nut on the bottom of this. You can pop it through a cable management slot on your desk, put the bottom in, and that works pretty well. Another thing that we've done with this is I've used a hole saw just to cut like 1.5 inches or 1.25 inches into 1 1/8 hole in. I drop this in and sandwich it. So if you need a recessed mount, this works really well. There's a whole bunch of different ways that you can use it. My only knock on this clamp, the only thing I don't like is that if you see here, the top of the clamp here doesn't have any rubber, and that's the part that touches the top of the table. So not only does it not take resonance out, I'm just always scared that I'm going to scratch the table or something like that with a clamp like this. That's something to keep in mind there. Next, we have the other clamp. I think this is the most common clamp that people use. It goes off the edge of the desk. You can see that it has rubber on the top and bottom, so you won't scratch the desk. And then you just cinch it on however you need to cinch it on for your desk to work. This does work really well. I've never found a desk that you can't get this on. It's an awesome clamp. I'm going to put that on now. Okay, now that I got the clamp on the desk, I'm going to put my boom arm in it. And now you can see our solution for the huge Rode logo. It's not rocket science. A lot of people ask us how we did this. We just used 3-inch gaff tape and just taped over the neoprene sleeve that's built into the boom arm here. And then we put our own vinyl decal on top of that. So we can peel this back at any given time if we do need to restore it back the way it was. I know there are several people online that have come up with solutions and chemicals and all kinds of things to try to get that logo off. It's just not really up my alley. Now, why don't I just cut the neoprene sleeve off if I hate their logo so much? The neoprene sleeve that's on this actually does a really good job of taking out that last bit of resonance from taps coming through the table. So I am hesitant to cut that off of the stand. And honestly, I like the way that it turned out with my logo on it. Okay, next for screwing on the Rode Podmic, you have two options. You can see here when you look in the bottom of the Rode Podmic that it's set up for both sides of screws. So you can use the thread adapter on the Rode PSA1 that comes with it, or you can take it off. For me, I like keeping everything all together in one place, so I'll just leave that thread adapter on and I'll screw the Rode Podmic onto that. Okay, so as you can see here, the Rode Podmic went on without a hitch. Let's go through a mobility test and then we'll put the cable on it as well. So first of all, the Rode Podmic is quite heavy. It's probably one of the heaviest microphones that we have in the studio. Now, one thing that I love about this stand is just how flexible it is. If you want to have the Rode Podmic hanging overhead, a lot of people go with a shot like this. If you want it sideways for whatever reason, you could do that. My personal preference is to have it something like this, just kind of low and pointed up at me. Sometimes I have it low and dead center. The point here is that this stand, when I was doing all that, you don't see me cranking down or trying to get things loose or tight. If you go with any other popular brand, you have these big thumb screws on them and they're actually quite horrible. You really have to be intentional about moving the stand around. With the Rode PSA1 I find that me moving the microphone is just a self-conscious tick. and it's not trying to work around or trying to make the stand work for me. It's just me wanting to touch the microphone. Okay, let's throw the cable on and I'll show you how the cable management works. So you plug your XLR cable in the back of the microphone, and then you just clip it in all these tracks. You can see how fast this goes. It works well if you have a USB cable too. It holds both sizes of cable in there, and then you can plug it in wherever you need it to be. If you want, you can tighten this up. I generally leave a little bit of slack there just so I can play with the microphone. But you can see that there was no issue with that. The one knock that I do have on the cable management system is that on this stand, the first day I bought it and brought it home, the clip broke. The back half of the clip broke, so it doesn't lock in. Now, I've worked with about 20 of these stands in various places and podcast studios and offices and all that. This is the only one that I know that had a broken clip, and this one didn't even get a beating. Like this stand, I unclip stuff and put stuff in all day as we do various tutorials for this YouTube channel. But this one, it was the first time I just gently clipped it in and it broke. So that's just the way it is now. I could send it back to Rode. I know they'll probably fix it for me, but it's just one of those problems where it's not big enough to care about, but it's big enough to be annoyed by it every time you use it. But it's not a big enough problem that I want to go ship it off and get a new one. I do think that this is a really good combination. This is my favorite boom arm to use. I think the Rode Podmic is well supported by the Rode PSA1 Plus. I don't think there's any limiting factors to almost anything that I can think of that you'd want to do with this stand and microphone. I think this would be a really good long-term investment, and it can support whatever microphone you decide to use in the future. If you are looking for pricing or specs for anything that you've seen in this video, we have links down in the description below. And if you want to see more videos like this in the future, please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.